Hello everyone and welcome back to another part of the Let's Play World of Warcraft Awakening series. I made my decision based upon your voting and recommendation, and it was a draw actually between the Frost Hunter and also the Shadow Warlock. And my personal preference would have been the Frost Hunter, and it still is, and it will be the thing we will be going for in the first few levels. I had an idea to make like a compromise where I basically go for the Frost Hunter in the first few levels and then add a few dots to the mix, since it's already our plan to keep our enemies at distance, and I think it would work pretty well if we like do that, like use some mana for slows, then some mana for dots, maybe PvE wise even for heals for our pet. But yeah, well, that's something that might, well, get a bit behind. We might use our mana for more damage even, and yeah, I'm still not too sure if that's the right build, but I think it's like maybe the best of both worlds. So I hope you can live with that decision and you can agree with it. I even made a new character just for that. I decided for Gnome, since I really like the racial with the extra intelligence. And I don't know, like in my 10-12 years of playing World of Warcraft, I had never a Gnome Hunter, since this is simply not possible. And I kind of like the idea of this gnome shooting bows. I don't know, it's just something I really would like to see. And yeah, since we all also work a lot of intelligence and mana, I really think the racials are quite fine. Also this evasive one right here, the escape artist, I think this will also benefit our build quite a bit. And yeah, so in this first part, I will probably just get to level 6, so you already seen that on the human character. I will build him like the Frost Hunter I built in part 7, I think. So if you want to skip that, it's totally fine. I just thought that if I start this whole Let's Play thing, I probably should show everything, and so I didn't want to leave this part out, and will actually try to go to, yeah, level 6 for this first part. If you have any questions, just ask me. I really hope this is like a compromise you can all live with, since I could imagine maybe some of you are disappointed that I don't go for the Shadow Warlock build, since the request, as I mentioned, were about the same. But yeah, I will really try to go for it maybe in a few levels, like around level 30, 40. If I get it far in the beta, then I will try to add some damage over time spells into the mix. So yeah, that's about it for the introduction, and let's just start right in. So yeah, for the first 6 levels I will probably stay in the Gnomon starting area around here, but after that I might already go to Elven Forest, where we last left off with our Frost Hunter. Just going to sell a few things real quick. Yeah, and thanks again a lot for the voting. It was really close, like I think it was 3 votes for the Frost Hunter and also 3 for the Shadowlock, and 1 for the Sinister Weapons build. So pretty close race in the end. And yeah, as I mentioned, I think early level this Frost Hunter build is just a bit stronger. And if you combine it in a way and try to go for both in the end, I think this is really the best thing we could do. The only concern I have that maybe some of you are not quite okay with me starting as a gnome. But yeah, I already mentioned my reasoning behind that, and I just think that a gnome hunter could be a really fun thing to look at. I don't know. I like the idea, and the racials are also a very nice benefit to this. Already getting some nice drops right here. Always good to have some armor, especially PvP wise. I will also try to pay a bit more attention to the chat from now on, since there's sometimes pretty interesting stuff and a lot of insight given. Like right now, it seems the hunter pad is a bit bugged. Okay, so let's get our first ability. That will probably be the... No, not survival, marksmanship. Just learning our automatic shot again. So yeah, looking forward to this playthrough right now, since I only was able, like, I wasn't just able to play to level 10, I mean I could have played a bit more. It was my decision to do it. But yeah, now with this whole interactive part going, we can go a bit further, and yeah, looking forward to a bit higher levels. If you want, you can leave some suggestions for the name of the class. I already gave it the name Frost Hunter, so yeah, maybe you have some better ideas. I think Shadow Hunter is actually also a real thing in World of Warcraft, like some trolls are Shadow Hunters. So later on, if we get the dots and everything going, yeah, this might be a quite fitting name, to be honest. But yeah, I also let you decide, like maybe you have some other cool name I just can't imagine right now. Yeah, damage wise, this is just really, really fun right now. Even level 2 mobs just can't reach us. Oh, and I should not forget to allocate our stats. Let's get some here, let's get some here. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool stuff in my opinion with this build right now. So, yeah. It's quite fun. I would have loved to give you like some better news regarding the beta giveaway. But I didn't get any response, unfortunately, so I'm still hoping that I might receive some keys I could give away, since this is a very frequently asked question and the demand to play on the server seems to be quite high. But I might not be like a big enough YouTuber to get the privilege of having some keys, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. But still, thanks for watching the series, and I hope you enjoy. And yeah, I really want to make this as interactive as possible and try to follow all of your recommendations, so you can at least experience this whole server a bit through me. I could imagine that when the server goes live, that this Frost Hunter build actually will be a thing. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, and probably other people have thought of it, like slowing enemies and then shooting them. That's not the most crazy idea in the world. But yeah, especially since the damage output is just so high, I really could imagine that some people would go for that in the early stages. So far, I really have to say it's my favorite build of all of those. So I'm glad it at least was on par with the other build you were able to vote for, so that I could make a compromise. Always remember to allocate your stats, so yeah, you get this little bit of extra damage out of your build. I really wish this whole server would be live right now. That would be awesome. Oh, and I should not forget to use my sprint. Still a bit sloppy about this. Forget it quite often. Where is it? There we have it. So yeah, energy-wise, the sprint ability will be our main option. The only thing is that I think like we don't utilize rage in any way. That might be something that's a bit bad. But we just don't generate any rage since we don't get hit most of the time. And yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if you get hit, it's pretty much like if someone gets close, we just are in pretty deep shit. So getting this blink or disengage will be very helpful later on. And maybe we could get like the warrior slow that I think that doesn't cost that much rage, so maybe if we take like 2 or 3 hits and then we at least can slow our enemy and have some utilization for our rage. But then again, I think I don't know if that's worth the ability essences, to be honest. Maybe this is just a dead resource for us.
You got my attention. Very good.
Alright, we're making some pretty fast progress, and yeah, I'm looking forward to streaming this again. Like, since I had some explanation to do and want to get yourself allocated towards this let's play, I decided to pre-record this so you could get in the mood and could maybe understand my motives behind everything. So I think if this would be a stream, I would have a lot of explaining to do all the time, since people who join would ask probably the same question, why I go for this build and what happened and everything. So yeah, I think pre-recording this is the better option right now. I probably should hand in the quest first, since it's a timed one. Okay, last time we went for Frostbolt, right? I guess that makes sense. So yeah, by this point really no enemy should get near us. And as I mentioned, I should pay a bit more attention to the chat, and I also should use my sprint ability more frequently. That's a good point. Polymorph is probably not that good of an ability, since a lot of people will go for Trouble Form, the Druid one. I discussed this in an earlier episode where I was thinking about, what's better, the Trouble Form or maybe Ghost Wolf? But a lot of people seem to decide for the Trouble Form, since it's also frees you from polymorph effects. Okay, I think now we have to bring the cup back. Okay, so let's go through this. We have quick shot and the sprint ability for energy. We have mana for spell damage and damage over time. And also heal. So mana is really a resource we have to depend quite a bit on. So maybe it's not that much of a damage resource, but more of a ground control and slow resource. We should think about it maybe more in this way and get our damage out of physical one, like auto shot. I guess that's maybe the right way to go. It's quite interesting that they also change the behavior of those NPCs right here. I discussed the same topic in the Valley of Trials, like on my first playthrough of the starting zones from the orcs. Since when I played there first, I think about a month ago, or a few weeks, they didn't actually have the imps that are in the cave hostile, and then they did after like a restart of the server. So they want to make this whole thing a bit more vanilla-like, I think, since in the vanilla they were hostile and later in Wrath of the Lich King they weren't, and since this is a Wrath of the Lich King client, they left it maybe for the first few weeks of the server. But yeah, then they seem to have changed it, and I think that's quite nice. I mean, right now the level cap is like 60, and it's kind of like Primal WoW, where they try to emulate a bit of this vanilla feeling. So I think it's just fair to also emulate the NPCs in that way. Let's invite this one, since I think you get more XP if you're in a group. I don't know how exactly this works and why it works, but yeah, it seems to be intended. I think we will pull a lot of mobs here. Let's see here. Maybe we also should refrain from using our sprint that often. I mean, it's quite nice for auto shot, but we can't use quick shot with it. See, like now, when we get attacked a bit too often, we get some range to dispose, so maybe it's worth it to pick up at least a slow spell. But yeah, I still have to think about this. Like, would be 2 ability essences I might invest into some much better spells for this build. But the idea of not using one resource at all is I don't know, it seems wasteful, so yeah, maybe I should do something with them. That's a very nice axe we got here. Looking forward to level 5. Plus agility is always nice. And another one. Awesome stuff. Wow. I guess now we are also quite good in close combat. And really nice loot we got going here, so yeah, seems like, I don't know, someone is very fond of this build right now. Maybe we made the right decision after all. Oh yeah, right. Oh, of course, since it's a 2 quest. Should I go back for this? I mean, it's only the journal, so I guess I can pick that up and then just half-stone out of the cave. I probably should be a bit careful here. Like, not just run in. Those mobs seem to be quite persistent when it comes to chasing you down. I always hate to throw stuff away, but yeah, it's not that much. Since we have this nice weapon, I should try to hit from time to time as well, since, as you can see, it's quite ridiculous. Yeah, with weapons like this, of course the other build with the Sinister Strike is also quite awesome. But yeah, another viewer or voter pointed out that pretty much everyone is going for that build. So he would be quite happy to see something different. And I hope we can provide it with this kind of build we are going for right now. There should be a chest around here somewhere again. I think where the quest mob is we need to kill. Usually they also spawn the chest, so yeah, maybe we get lucky. But I can't carry much more. Unfortunately, we need to throw something else away. So we need to pick up that book. So I should think about like which thing is still thing we really don't need. Guess the healing herb. Also copper wise it's the lowest. So yeah, let's get rid of that one. Wow, this cave is really quite full of trolls. Okay, the level 3 ones are just going down before they can even reach us. But at level 4, they survive until they get to us. Let's just go slow and steady. I'm not too worried about this, but yeah. Should be careful a bit maybe. Since this guy probably is a bit stronger than the rest. But not to a concerning degree apparently. Okay. Let's pick up what we can. Oh, and there's the chest I was talking about. Let's see what's in it. Another very nice sword. I think I will throw some stuff away for this. Just 9 copper for this one. And just 2 for this, okay. And I don't think we need the light ladder. Yeah, let's just half-stone out of here. Which is not even that time saving, since we need to go back here, but yeah, it helps a bit. I think I stick to my axe. That's the better item right now, since we are ranged. So regarding the thing I said with the sinister weapons build, where I think I forgot the warlock quest. I think there's a warlock quest where I need to kill stuff in the cave, so I might have to go back there now. Yeah, but yeah, what I said regarding those weapons, like with the sinister weapon build, early on it seems like you don't have any issue to get hold of some nice weapons. Like in all of the playthroughs I went for right now, it was pretty easy. Okay, apparently there's no Frost Cave quest. I always thought there would be one where you have to go there. And did you see those novice Frost trolls? I think those are the ones you need for a class quest. And yeah, apparently I remember that wrong. I really thought it would be for a warlock quest, and since you are in a classless realm, you also get all the class quests. But not in this case, apparently. Or maybe I just have it wrong. All things considered, I think the Frost Thunder build is by far not as item dependent as the Sinister Weapons build. Sorry. Oh. Oops. Looks like I forgot to do this. Yeah, I mean, I had to select those items by myself, but I didn't think of it as a big problem, so I yeah, just didn't react to that. Yeah, so I mean, you get a lot of cool weapons apparently in the early levels, but especially when this whole server goes live, there's a big chance you lose them immediately if you don't get ahead. I think it's like an every launch. If you get ahead, you are quite okay. But if you fall behind and stick to the majority of the players, then yeah, in an environment like this, you're probably just screwed. And it will also depend on which server you play, of course, since there are quite a few and some of them are not as punishing as others. Okay, I don't think we will quest that much in this area. And yeah, I'm really thinking about just ending this here, so this will be a quick part, so you can get an overview of what was happening, what are my plans, and what was my decision making, so that I could leave this up for a bit and then just start streaming and get to the real part of this let's play. So I think this is a good idea. I might run to Stormwind on my own, like not on screen, but yeah, that's about going here, taking a tram to Stormwind, and well, I see you guys there, I suppose, so it's not really something worth recording, I guess. And yeah, it allows me to keep this part a bit shorter. I also got some stuff from my other characters and sent myself a few 6 slot bags. Yeah. So if you are wondering, maybe when I log in next time and have some stuff, or maybe I could do this on screen still, but yeah, then I think I will log out, and yeah, the next time we will see us, I will probably be in Stormwind or even like Elven Forest, the Goldshire. Yeah, I think that's the right way to go.
What can I do for you?
So let's just hand that in real quick. Take this.
What's your back?
Just do the quests that are, I mean, quite close to us, and yeah, then I will head off to Ironforge.
What's on your mind? Off with you. How are ya?
I will never do those.
Safe travel.
priest quest though, since I don't want to spend 4 ability essences just on yeah, those 2 skills that I probably won't use after that. So yeah, I think this is a really good part to say goodbye for now. I thank you for watching. I really hope I could please like the majority of you. I know it's always hard to make it right for everyone, but yeah, I really tried, so please be not as harsh. And yeah, then I think I see you at Elven Forest. So goodbye everyone. I hope you have a nice weekend, and yeah, till next time. See you.